right, y'all, we live. What about TV? Y'all know how we do. Always pushing help up and a better understanding of self and always giving praises to the Most High, okay? So check. Hope everybody having a great day today. I got some good videos, y'all. A lot of y'all been reaching out. I haven't been able to. We've been getting a lot of messages. I know a lot of y'all was like, call me. I got some ideas. We trying to put this union together, this organization. So, and I still gotta, run my job and my business. I'm a little late today. I had to send some paperwork out, but we are getting things working. The best thing is to probably get on the lives, because my schedule is we're gonna do lives for like an hour, 2 hours. So that'll kind of be the best thing. But in this show, I'm gonna go over Tim Black. A lady also was affected by the H1b visa. She actually lost her job. So today we standing on business. After hearing all of this, convenience stores, I kind of thought about how, if you go to Chinese restaurants, you go to like convenience stores, you go to certain places and they have a whole nationality of people working in there. And I never understood the H1b visa, but now I understand it more. But in these two videos, we standing on business today. Make sure y'all hit that like button too. We standing on business today about how people FBA. I'm gonna leave a link after we watch these two videos. I want to hear what y'all think, man. Y'all can tap in. But we definitely talking about the H1b visa. Shout out to Status Boom. Appreciate you, brother. But yeah, we gonna talk about Patrick Bet-David, the H1B1 visa. They've been eating off us for so long, but I'm gonna let Tim Black.
Our founding fathers, a guy responds back and says, those are not your founding fathers. Mm-hmm. Guy posts a picture of the Shah of Iran. Says,
hold on, don't look like, man, can y'all hear that? Because I can't hear it. Try that again, bro.
Says, that's your founding fathers.
I don't know what's going on. Let me try it again.
It's a new year, and I know you've been thinking about starting your online fitness business for a long time, but you haven't done it yet. Maybe it's because you don't know how. Maybe you don't know how to market.
Well, let's take a look at Pat Bet-David.
Yeah, I'm coming out the headset, guys. All right, let's go, y'all. I had to come out the headset. Oh, appreciate you. Oh, yes, you heard him? Oh, you can hear it. I ain't even know. I had to come out the headset. I wanted to make sure y'all hearing what's going on. All right, hold on 1 second. I had just passed the page. Tim Black, my bad. This brother stand on business. I hope y'all can hear me.
Well, let's take a look at Pat Bet-David for Valuetainment.
One of the tweets, I said, our founding fathers, a guy responds back and says, those are not your founding fathers. Mm-hmm. Guy posts a picture of the Shah of Iran, says, that's your founding fathers.
I don't know, sometimes it's funny when the conservatives, the non-white conservatives find out that they're not white. What? Yeah, they kind of think because they get popular, they get money, that that the right ain't going to right. For the record, Pat Bet-David, he was born into a Christian family of Assyrian and Armenian descent. Assyrian and Armenian.
Our founding fathers, a guy responds back and says, those are not your founding fathers. Mm-hmm. Guy posts a picture of the Shah of Iran, says, that's your founding fathers. But that tells you what, a part of this, there's nationalists and there's white nationalists. Mm-hmm. White nationalists, Vinny, don't want people like us here. I know. They just don't. White nationalists are a very different model.
Hey, let me share something with you guys. It's like he's bringing up a point that I brought up with him, but when I brought it up, he act like he didn't know what the hell I was talking about. And I was talking to Pat Bet-David, and I said, hey, I can't say this guy's bullshit. Black people are 13% of the population, 50% of the homeless population, and this snake oil sales reduces the causes down to some quick 5 bullet points on his Anthony Robbins try harder chart. It does for those who don't work, for those who don't read books to learn ways to improve, for those who feel the world owes them something. All these things, for those who complain for a living, for those who have a victim mentality. So these guys always make it seem like if they did something, everyone else can do it. They also leave out all the people they've effed over in the process. Okay, so I went at him, right? But he did respond. And that's what he said. So you think your mindset is helping your community. Your last comment, they've always leave out all the people they've effed over in the process. I interpret that as the only way to make it is to the top is to screw people over. Then Pat Bet David, he goes into this thing, he says, as a Middle Eastern who grew up with a father who worked as a cashier at a 99-cent store in Inglewood, I could easily bought into the same mindset that you're selling. He says there are a lot of similarities with my culture and yours in constantly playing the victim role. Yeah, he said black people play the victim. I say, now you really don't want to play to have that conversation. Do we need to talk about discrimination? You and I both know how discriminatory Middle Easterns are to darker-skinned people. Let's focus on your simplistic version of achieving success. You lack context and you know it. He says, wow, that's where you go. Got it. The moment you started insulting, you lost me. Good luck to you. No, Pat Bet David, you lost me when you started talking with the conservative talking points of the average white bigot. And now he's sitting with his other Middle Eastern friend, whatever this partner on his podcast is. And they're talking about how there's a segment of people that are on the right or that are Elon Musk supporters. Because this is all really about Elon Musk wanting the H1b visas. And Pat Bet David is in a club of people that want to help welcome over the people for the H1b visas. Along with Vivek Ramaswamy, because that's a squad. That's their crew. Just hilarious, guys.
As go back to Iran, deport Elon back to, what do you call it, South Africa.
Because he has no problem looking at racism for what it is, discrimination, and just basic bigotry. He has no problem identifying that when it's him. When it's Elon being told to go back to South Africa. But see, he don't really care about discrimination. What he cares about is helping Elon Musk in this debate, helping Vivek in this debate. And he knows that Trump wants the debate to go through. He wants the H1b visa thing to be encouraged and expanded. Not that it benefits Black America. Not that it benefits Black workers. There have been studies that have been done how immigration, whether it's illegal or whatever immigration, for some reason it always hurts Black Americans. That's because we're the last on the totem pole. And people just move into the totem pole above us. And we move down, no matter who it is. And that's because of discrimination. It's not because we don't like people. It's not because we got a bad attitude. It's not because we don't work hard. But that's what Pat Bet David was selling. He was saying, you have a victim mentality. That's why you can't get ahead. And he summed up what he thought Black people were. Yeah, in fact, what he just said there, I thought was kind of interesting. I wonder how many Black people work for him. And I wonder if they knew that tweet's out there. And I wonder if there's any lawsuits pending against Mr. Pat Bet David. Because he very clearly said that Black people have a problem culturally.
Deport Vivek back to India, right? And you make those types of comments. All right, I don't think that's majority of America. I think that's less than 5%.
That is the far right. America.
Yeah, that's the far right.
Ultra-nationalists.
That's the far.
Did you know most of your handgun training can be done without even leaving your home or buying extra cases of ammo?
He said less than 5% of America are opposed to H1B visas. Nah, that's not true at all. Just like it's not true, a lot of Americans are opposed to the open border situation, the lax border of Joe Biden. That was the majority of Americans, Pat. One of the main reasons why Kamala and Biden lost the election. Obviously, far more racist people in America than just 5%. I mean, take you, for instance. A guy who's afforded all these rights in America that Black people died for. He gets to come over and enjoy them. And what does he do? He says Black people have a culture problem. We see ourselves as victims.
All right. And the far left wants open borders and let everybody come in here. Let's legalize everyone. The far right wants, if you're not a white nationalist, get the hell out of here.
Does that include black people? Because we're here. Because you told me it was a victim mentality when you were selling this. You just got to work hard. You just got to do this and put yourself up by your bootstraps. When you were giving me the same song and dance that you give, that rich white people been giving poor white people and black people since the invention of whatever.
Hit the like button.
Back when they were discriminating on black people and were writing into the deeds that white homeowners could not sell their homes to black people. There were white people like you, Pat David, that were still saying, put yourself up by your bootstraps. Even when they said if you sell it to a black person, the deed is void and we get to take your home from the white person. So we had black people who had to get their white friends to buy the houses and then sign them over to the black people. Senator Cory Booker talks about that's how him and his family got into New Jersey.
The problem here is you as a consumer not knowing the position of the individual before they say it, and you think everyone is in that position. They're not. Not everyone's in that position.
I'm just going to go back to his dad. His dad worked at the dollar store. Hey, Pat David, who owned the dollar store? I remember when I was in IT, man, and I was in between jobs, and I was just tired of getting turned down for IT positions, right? So there was a video rental store across the street from where I lived. It was owned by I want to say a Korean man. And I was in a store one day, I was getting a movie, and I said, hey, you have any job openings? He was like, you want to work here? I was like, yeah. I live right across the street. Living in Riverdale, Maryland, about 20 minutes from DC. But instead of going downtown every day, getting the door slammed in my face, it looked like, why not just go right here? I can walk across the street to this job. And the hoops that the Korean guy tried to make me jump through to get this job working at the rental store because I was black. He was like, where is your father? I'm a grown-ass man with a kid. But I remember what he said. He said, I would hire you, but you are black. What I would need from you is you to have your father come here and vouch for you. I'd have to see what kind of man your father is before I hired you. Because he had such a stigma about black people. He'll exploit them and charge them astronomical fees for being late on a video. But to employ them? Oh God, it was almost like I had to put his kids in my will or some shit. So I'm asking you, Pepe David, because we never had that conversation. You said your dad worked at the dollar store or whatever. Who owned it? Can he speak the language when he got the job? Just wonder. I got a feeling someone of similar ethnicity owned that dollar store. And I got a feeling he didn't stay being at the 99-cent store working as a clerk. Sort of like the story that Gary Vaynerchuk tells about his dad. His dad worked at the liquor store. Poor Russian dude from Belarus worked at the liquor store, slaving away, and then somehow he buys the liquor store. Well, to buy it, someone had to be willing to sell it to you, Belarusian ass. And I got a feeling he wasn't selling the ninjas. So there's always parts of the story that these guys leave out. And if you don't have the wherewithal to dig, they're not going to tell you. They're just going to continue to try to make it seem like it's something wrong with you. Because their job is not to tell you the truth, but to cheapen your argument and sell themselves as the upstart. They're the upstart ones. They're the ones coming in with nothing. They came in with nothing. Nothing. They came in with nothing. Sort of like the immigrants that are coming here now who get EBT cards, roof over head for 6 months. Yeah, sort of like that. They came with nothing in their pockets, and then once they got over here and that paperwork put through, they got a lot of shit. Were you staying at a shelter, Pat David, when your parents came over? Since you were working at the 99-cent store, your dad was? What kind of shelter was it? How long were you in a shelter? So when we start digging down and asking these questions, because they love telling these hard luck stories, how they didn't have anything. They came over, they didn't have money. Okay. All right. Tell us more. Let's have a deep dive on it. Let's have a deep dive on it. Pat Bet David complaining about MAGA supporters being MAGA.
All right, y'all. So there y'all see it, man. Tim Black going in on it. We gotta cancel the H1B visa. I want to know what y'all think about it. But first, it's a lady that lost her job. We gotta stand on business for her. This sister lost her job for this same situation that they got going on right now. I'm gonna play it right now.
I have a personal firsthand account on H1B visas and how it affects Americans in a negative way. So Vivek and Elon Musk have a lot of Republicans and MAGA people and just everybody upset about their comments on the H1B visas and, you know, how we should be more invested, that it's a good thing for our country, for our economy, you know, to have bright people with bright ideas, to give them opportunity so that we could make our country stronger and more advanced.
Yep, shout out to Don.
But at what cost? Under the Biden administration, we had to deal with the open border that is killing our country. It is. The subway stations in New York City, the high crime in Chicago, gangs taking over buildings in Colorado, because we have an open border. But now under this Trump administration, they want to reinvest more into H1B visas. So here's my personal story on that. So I worked for an insurance company in New Jersey, Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield, for 20 years. I left in 2019 because I went and did massage therapy full-time in New York City. But I was always part-time doing massage therapy when I worked for corporate. Now, this company been around for decades, right? Listen, they offer 401k, they offer pension, they have college reimbursement. So if you go to college, they reimburse you, I think they pay 100% of the credits, of half the credits or something like that. But it's college reimbursement, right? There were a lot of programs that they offered employees that you should take advantage of when you're working for a corporation. They don't do it because they like you. They do it because they get their own personal kickbacks from it, right?
Hey, if you live in one of these cities right here, why don't you own an apartment building? Seriously, let me show you a path.
So anyway, I was at this company for 20 years. But prior to 2019, when I left on my own, because I always wanted to work and do massage therapy full time, about 7 years prior to that, it was under the Obama administration. There were massive layoffs. Departments eliminated. Not just my department, because I worked in dental, but other departments throughout this company. Why did they do that? Because you want to save money, but you want to keep production high. And this was around the time of the Obamacare was passed. So what was their solution, this particular corporation, and many others like it, Tesla, Microsoft, Google. But my company I work for, they outsourced half of our work to India, and then they imported dozens of H1B visa people to work for the company. But what does that mean for the Americans, for the people that already been working here? They're not added on as employees along with us. No, we are eliminated. We were eliminated. Departments were eliminated. People were laid off so that they could bring in H1B visa immigrants and also deport or export work to India. It was like an exchange. It saves them tons, millions of dollars. So they let us know, let's just say, I don't know the exact dates, but let's just say January. And they gave us approximately 9 months to get our finances in order, if you want to go and take a course, to get a certificate so you can get a job somewhere else, or to look for another job. They did give us severance package and all that. It was an exiting package, right? Well, you have to understand, these workers were sitting at a company knowing 9 months from now that they were going to no longer have a job with this company. And a lot of people have been working there for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. At that time, I think I was there for maybe 10 or 15, not even 15 years. So it was a lot of mental strain on the workers, the American workers at the company I work for. No.
All right, so listen, y'all. She just giving her story. Man, we doing good tonight, man. Trying to get on some business. Trevin said I know her personally. I know her and Judge personally. They try to rob. They try to rob. We will get some straightening. They try, Rob. We will get some straightening. Okay, you saying they try? I don't know. Status Boom is talking about they doing nasty work over there. What you talking about, Status? I'm finna put the link up so I can hear some of what y'all said. But basically, a lot of Americans lost their job dealing with the H1b visa. So what I'm saying is, as Tim Black said, should we ban like the corner stores and Chinese restaurants? Let's see. What y'all think about that? You said Joe Brown. I recognize her. Recognize her now. I never fully listened because Joe Brown was a bit much for me, so I can see how she could be as well, since they are boss buddies. Got you. But my whole thing was she lost a job and she had a story on watching a job. I don't watch her or Judge Joe Brown, Trev Jackson be tapped into them, but I see some things that Judge Joe Brown said, but I don't never feel like I never heard them say nothing that was, that was kind of crazy, but I don't listen to them like that, so I wouldn't know. But my whole point for this video was to just talk about the H1b visa and how it affects Americans, FBA, and where should we not spend money with these organizations that got a whole bunch of immigrants staying in there? That's my point. Judge Joe Brown said it was the Central Park 5 fault, what happened to them regarding their false rape conviction. That's kind of crazy. But I ain't hear their whole opinion, so wow, huh? They do nothing to help the community that made it possible for them to own homes, take vacations, send their children to school, and so much more. Yes. I mean, yeah. But they standing on business about the H1. What y'all think about the H1b visa? Do you think that? And stop financing their lifestyle and community. Okay. I mean, that's Trev. Trev, man, what you say? Trev said we'll get some straightening on it. What you said? He said they try. Saying we'll get some straightening. But I want to know how y'all feel about this. Do you feel like we lose jobs if the H1b visa, because a lot of the people are not supporting that? So I want to know y'all opinion on that. How y'all feel about that visa? See, Judge is a bit aggressive, but he is extremely knowledgeable. I have both of them on my channel, standing in business. Okay. Well, right now we just talking about the H1 visa. I don't get into. I'm not I don't watch them like that. I'm not a. So I don't know. So I'm learning from you guys. He said, I think we need to be investing in everyday Americans instead of these visas. Right. The big companies want the visas because they feel like people overseas is a lot more hungry. They're gonna be a lot more obedient. They ain't gonna care about the laws and working a whole bunch of hours, because they're coming from a poverty level. Big business rather get the poorest people to work for them. It's all good, in my opinion. But should we cancel the corner store? That's what I want to know, y'all. Y'all heard what happened to Tim Black? He tried to get a job at and they don't want to hire. I always thought about, these little stores that don't really, they sell to only black people and they ain't even black and they don't got to do nothing for the community. It's kind of like the government. It makes you think that the government put them there or something. What y'all think? We'll cancel all non-FBA corner stores. Yeah. The food they be selling in there be crap anyway. Like, they don't even let their kids eat that food. They just buy it and sell it. Like, I remember I knew this Arab dude. Shout out to him though. It ain't nothing against him, but his people had a 7-Eleven. And I was like, dang, do y'all get the food right out the store? They had a own. See, races got certain supermarkets for them that we don't even have. Like, they got Asian markets. They got a lot of markets where they even got their own groceries now. So, well, he was like, nah, they don't even eat that food. I'm like, dang, but y'all selling it to all the black people in the hood. I remember hearing some time back about a group of black people that pooled their money together and bought a gas station. So we don't have to get rid of them. We just have to figure out how to buy. That's right. Yeah, it's like a strategy. We can't just, like, we got to stop them from making money and then we got to pay for it. Put the H1B visa people are typically wealthy immigrants who are highly educated in their countries. So they aren't from poor families. Poor countries have wealthy families. I get what you're saying. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it has to be contracted, just like these corner stores. It's probably from wealthy families from the Middle East, I'm saying, or like, it ain't just for anybody. Like, you got to have status in your country, probably. They serving death to our neighborhoods, in our neighborhoods. Of course, they got the liquor store, you know. Like, we should be banning all of that, if you ask me. If you ask me, let me see if we can get. I'm gonna drop that in there again for y'all. But Patrick B. David kind of got, Tim Black was saying that they come over here and think that they don't have to pay homage to black people at all. It's like they think that they get to tell us to pull your boots up, stop complaining. But you see how they doing these immigrants here? They giving them visas, place to stay, paying for them. It's like they ain't even doing us like that, and we original. So let me show you H1b. So Hold on, let me play this for y'all real quick. Trail said cancel everything. He put, I don't know how to feel about the corner stores. Some of them are bogus. However, I also think about what happened to Nipsey Hussle right in front of his own business in the hood. Ooh, yeah. I think it's deep though, man. I think that was planned. You know, it's a lot of people saying that, you know, that brother was just too positive at trying to put people together. I don't know the details, but I don't know. That just seemed pretty weird to me what happened to Nipsey. But I feel you. A lot of people are terrified at staying in their community because they feel like somebody may get them. But Patrick B. David, they caught him on some they caught him on some like some MLM scams that I want y'all to check out. Check this out.
It feels more like a personal attack tied to my stance on H1b visas, resembling the flaws of Wikipedia. Does it really, though? Or is it a factual statement about the way that you gained your wealth that everyone is now saying, you know what? I don't know if we really should be taking advice about working 80 hours a week from a guy who built his entire fortune off of a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme, Patrick Bet-David. And of course, I jumped in the conversation saying, you're not denying the truth of the note, Patrick Bet-David. Tell us more about how hard you worked on your MLM, multi-level marketing profession. And listen, the reason I say stuff like this is because, let's be real, man. These folks have built entire platforms off of giving you advice on how you should work hard, giving you advice on how you should have this work ethic, how you should pull yourselves up by your bootstraps. Meanwhile, they engage in some of the most predatory practices possible. And then they package it up into podcasts and promote it to people. I'm just getting beside myself with the alliteration, but they promote it to people like you who have a passion for being successful. And there you go, taking advice, clicking on, buying products, going to the conventions, buying his books, a person who he himself is a pyramid scheme predator. I mean, really, folks, do you really want to take advice from someone who built his company not off of hard work and ethics, but hard work at scamming people? Hard working at multi-level marketing schemes.
See this property on Craigslist for $4,300 a month?
Like
well, it's been sitting empty for the last 28 days.
Hard work making money off of people without providing the value that they promise. And yet here he is with Valuetainment, a wildly successful. Listen, the man is successful now. Regardless of how he built his initial wealth, he's successful in and of himself by telling you how hard you should work. That should absolutely rub you the wrong way. But I digress. Let's go a little bit further. Patrick Bet-David now has found it necessary to go to war with Wikipedia because it's not enough for him to just get the community note removed from his tweet. He now needs to crush the record. And while he's crushing his own personal record, as it has been prolifically documented on Wikipedia, here he is now saying, no, that's not enough. Now I want to take down all of Wikipedia. And he starts here. Should Wikipedia be a reliable source for community notes? He sends out this polling. And of course, considering his fan base, they said no. Now, folks, let's be real. If you have followed the progression of what Wikipedia truly is, you understand the robustness and the veracity of Wikipedia. Can misinformation seep through? Yes, because it's such a huge platform. But the editors, the individuals who contribute, and the people who verify and check the sources, It is a robust community of individuals who verify and have created an archive of masterfully kept information. I mean, from quantum mechanics down to political issues, it is a robust archive of information and knowledge. But because it has become inconvenient for Patrick Bet-David, all of MAGA is now sinking their teeth into the idea of destroying Wikipedia and labeling it as woke. There's so many layers to this conversation. You have in column one, you have people like Vivek Ramaswamy and Patrick Bet-David, who are immigrants, and no offense to immigrants. You know, on this channel, I defend and support immigrants just as much as any other marginalized group. But they're immigrants like Patrick Bet-David and Vivek Ramaswamy, who actually is kind of like a chain migration baby, but that's a whole different conversation. But they come to lecture people in the United States of America about the value of hard work, when in reality, we know their history. We know how they made their money. And they made their money, perhaps it's not fraud in the legal sense, but to the average person who was hurt by what they did, they consider it fraud. They consider, the victims of Vivek Ramaswamy consider themselves as having been scammed. The people who poured value and wealth into Patrick Bet-David's multi-level marketing scam, only to realize it wasn't about the value, it was about their fees that they paid him. I bet you they feel scammed, but they have the unmitigated gall to lecture us Americans about hard work and work ethic, when most of us in the United States of America have to work 80 hours a week just to pay rent for a one-bedroom apartment and to have food or to buy medication.
Okay, so there y'all see it, that FBA going hard on these guys about this H1b visa. So I'm standing with them. They can't, I mean, I'm even weary on these stores that's in the communities, man. I ain't gonna say cancel them all, but we're gonna have to do something. We're gonna have to do something. Like Trev said, they serving death to our neighborhoods and the communities. And the kids there don't know better. They just go in there. Like, I remember me coming up, we had this corner store. And they be cool with you too. You know, you end up developing a little relationship. They know us every time we come in right after school. We go in and we go in there, we buying our snacks or whatever. But I don't see the benefit in the community anymore, you know. That's a big spot where poor people spend their money. And not to say nothing bad about immigrants or nothing, but how did y'all get over here and selling us? Like, who provided you with this? You know, why don't we have any? I'm pretty sure we do got some black corner stores. And somebody said on one of my comments, they was like, stop saying blacks don't own anything. We do own stuff. Yeah, we got to stop that, y'all. Every time we talk about something and we be like, yeah, man, we don't got nothing. We don't got no control. And it's like, if you look at the stats, we do got some. We still got farmland. We do have a percentage of home ownership and stuff like that. We do have things that we own. The Thompson Meat Manufacturing Company is one of the richest black companies out. I think they're in North Carolina. But we do got wealth, but is it controlled? You know, we don't know how the back ends of that goes, you know. Like I was telling Trev, some of these guys on the they have their own podcast, but they still have a company that they work for. So they don't really have their own podcast, really. You know, they have to talk on what they want to talk on. What you said, we can cancel some of them. However, on the flip side, most of the places where these corner stores are located are food deserts. So you saying we need some? I want y'all to answer this. Do you see the Indian food markets? Do you see the Asian food markets in your community? Do you see them like grocery stores that's specific for an ethnic group of people? Am I crazy? The ones that I see? Yeah. It's like I see a lot of them. So I'm saying, how if they got their own food that they're importing from their countries, how are they selling other foods? That's what I'm saying. It's not the same foods that we're getting. That's the point I'm trying to make. Why are black people so obsessed with this H1b1 visa issue? That's what this guy put. Why are you saying it got to be black people? It's a lot of people obsessed with it. He said, and they really fully stacked with nice, fresh produce products. That's what I'm saying. I ain't never really been in their grocery stores, but I've seen them, and I'm like, that's weird. All the white people I talk to want jobs to prioritize them. Black people are in the back of the line, according to them. So what are you saying, bro? Like, what is we even talking about, though? All the white people I talk to want jobs to prioritize them. Black people are in the back of the line, according to them. Food deserts, no grocery stores close by where they live. This is what makes these corner stores a necessity in hood, sadly. Yeah, that's messed up. Immigrants have always been coming here. This ain't nothing new. Right, but if you saying immigrants are going there, right? If you look at us, we ain't going nowhere else and becoming, why are they giving immigrants cars and places to stay and monthly allowances? What you mean it ain't nothing new? It's a talking point that people caring about. They want to make change. You got white and black people that's getting up, is talking about it. Are they obsessed, or is it something that we need to pay attention to? Right. I mean, we trying to make the right decisions up here, over here. So we want to know what's going on. But those food deserts, that's crazy, because that food, man, I'm telling you, they got recalls on food that's in the grocery store for regular Americans, for the white America. So I can just imagine, these corner stores. So what this guy said, what I'm saying is the white folks want the American first policy for themselves. That's what they mean. That's really what they mean. We saying the same. Listen, I would say the same thing for me and my people. So, like, that's what I'm saying. I want us to have them jobs. I want our people to keep their jobs and to have jobs like that. So what do we do? Do we just lay down and let them take control? No, we got to voice our opinions. We got to let it be known that we're here. We can't just lay down, but we got to make our own financial system so where we don't have to I think it needs to be a tax. If you come over here, it needs to be a FBA, Foundational Black America tax, that needs to go strictly to the descendants of slaves. That's what I want to put into the foundation that we got. So, like, we already getting taxed. All that tax money, they should have a portion of that go to all of the descendants of slaves, because you own this land. That's how you got to pay homage. That all of that money they making, it needs to be a percentage that you have to pay. I don't know how to put that together though, but I think that'll help for me. It'll make me feel good about let them come over here. I would still want us to get them jobs to have control, but I think we should make it tough for them. Like, hey, you better off going back to your own town and building that up. Because why would you not want to build up your own area? Like, that's what they could do. They could get start a business here and then get everybody back home on the H1b visa, and then they come here and they making money. They ain't hiring us. Where I live, you will typically see an Indian grocery store right next door to an Indian grocery store. It's a cold hustle. Dang, so you'll see 2 Indian grocery stores right next to each other? That's crazy. You right, I don't be seeing no Indians in like Publix or nothing. All I see black or white. But yeah. So that's what we trying to put together, man, on this the Union of Foundational Black America organization. And I know people been hitting me like, hey, send me the plan, send me. We trying to put this together right now. A lot of y'all been texting me, hitting me like, yo, I got some ideas. It's better if you call in and we get it all down, because throughout the day it'd be kind of hectic. But we trying to put things together, so it's hard for me to. I got like 100 people that's been reaching out, and I haven't. That's a lot of people, fam. You put Indian grocery store right next door to a an Indian grocery store. You mean Indian grocery store? Which that might be a typo, or you must did a typo on the last one. But yeah, a lot of cultures have their own grocery stores, so that's a point where we got to look at. Then we got to look at, because they're not going into the corner stores. Only one. I'm gonna take that back. We do got our own, and it's the corner stores that they own. That's pretty much a black. The only place where black people buy, those corner stores that they shop at. My dog look like he want to come in. Okay. So with the grocery store thing, I think we got to get our own. We got to get our own grocery. We got to get our own stores in the hood. And the only way to do that, we got to boycott these corner stores, man. It's hard, but a lot of the time they don't even leave their neighborhood because they have everything they need right there. Yeah, they got the houses. They got the grocery store. Yeah. Status Boom said we can't ban every, because the ones in food deserts, but I definitely think that we need to do something. But yeah, how y'all feel about that tax, man? Coming up, we go to Congress with paperwork like, look, you know, all of the descendants of slaves should deserve on this land a tax that goes to strictly them. You think Donald Trump will be down with that? And we'll get residual money. But where I live, you will typically see an Indian restaurant right next door to an Indian restaurant. They own both joints. Okay, that's what you meant. Yeah, Indian. I've seen Asian markets. I've seen Spanish markets. I've seen Caribbean markets. I've seen Jewish markets. It seems like I see everybody who here. Oh, right, Indian grocery stores, right? I get you. Right next to the Indian restaurant. So is that a strategy that we need to copy? If they got the restaurant right next to the grocery store, we need to get on code and get in line, because it's like we don't have these things set up, but we sitting around watching everybody else have all of these foundations set up. I don't know about any corner stores that we don't have, but it ain't nothing to have a grocery store, really. I mean, you just have to have the products. I'm gonna do some research on seeing if it's any black grocery stores out there. But I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man, giving us some ideas. But I'm gonna see what if anybody want to tap in. If they got something to say about this H1b visa. We got our brothers is on YouTube telling them like they ain't right. So I'm rocking with them, man. I'm rocking with Tim Black, man, and they ain't right in my opinion. So I'm not supporting them. But I got the link in the description, man, if y'all want to get in. We low tonight. What's today? Monday? Yeah, happy Monday. All right, so LA Hopkins say 40 acres fresh market, Austin. 40 acres fresh market, Austin and Chicago. Oasis Fresh Market, North Tulsa. The grocery outlet in Compton, California. Neighborhood grocery in Detroit. Oh, so these are all the black ones you're saying. That's dope. We probably need to expand that chain. Probably need to make a chain. Status boom on it. See you. Saying your device ain't connected though, so I can't put you on. I was looking while you were talking. Folks Google. Yeah. Everybody Google in your area and see what if you got any black grocery stores around you. That's a good idea. Cause sometimes you just don't even be knowing what's going on. And they're overlooked. Now I put black grocery store near me, and I see a store come up that I know ain't black owned. Let's see what you say. These people come here and do not have to pay taxes for 5 years, and they get loans from banks, backed by the government. They're in on neighborhood by design. I saw when it first happened in. I feel like they're doing the same thing with the immigrants. Like they're trying to pick them up for some reason. Like the disrespect, bro, they give to the black community is crazy. So I'm looking up black-owned shops in my area, and it is some that I need to start checking up. So everybody, look in your. He said, "Yeah, they do that. Either says black-owned, use the face of a black person." That's what I'm saying. They'll play games, man. We got to know that we really. Because they know they only selling to black people anyway. So if you look like it, but it's one that I just seen that I'm gonna definitely tap into, man. We just don't have a lot of groceries. Seeing like status boom. I'm trying to get you on, but it's saying you'll connect. You ain't got no audio. Yeah, he put, and if nothing else, we could start buying black-owned product. Yeah. That'll hit them in the pocket, man. We could start a trend of buying our own products because we shouldn't be purchasing nothing. Like Trev said, if you're not doing nothing for us, if you just selling us something, we don't need you. If that's the only reason why we buying this from you is because you just making money, we don't need to spend money with you no more. We need to spend money with people who gonna help the community, bro. Who's gonna take that paper and build the people like us up. You put okay. Yeah, Stratus, I tried it, man, but they will need to connect their mic before I can bring you on. You probably got to log out and try to log back in. But I'm getting buckets. We need more black farmers to chain our own growth. You know what? And it's crazy. I'm gonna show y'all one. We got one too, and he trying to grow, but nobody knows about him, bro. I'm so glad you said that. I'm gonna probably support homie. He's trying to expand his farmland. Look it up for you. I thought I talked about him on one of my. Did I talk about him on one of them? Okay, here you go. I'm finna show y'all. Here. What you put? Yeah, let me stop that. I'm finna show y'all this company here.
I'm done spending an obscene amount of money on takeout every done.
I'm getting back on track with Factor. Fresh, never.
When we talk about we the people should be Blacks, Hispanics, Asian, Native American, whites, and the resources have truly been going over to.
Now, I don't know about all that. Now, he including too many people.
White man. My name is James Edward King Jr., born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia, currently here out in Seattle, Washington, with the Black Farmers Collective. I am the board treasurer.
Hi, I'm Ray Williams, born and raised in Seattle here. I'm the managing director of the Black Farmers Collective, part of the initial team that formed the collective. The Black Farmers Collective is a group of food activists here that are trying to promote health in the Black community and larger community here. And we're doing that by promoting urban farming and peri-urban farming to produce better food for the community.
Our mission is to build a Black-led food system by developing a cooperative network of food system actors, acquiring and stewarding land, facilitating food system education, and creating space for Black liberation and healing and joy.
Growing up in the South, my family was blessed with the acreage that my great-great-grandparents left us, so we had the land, but yet and still, you still look at fighting for various different opportunities. As I got older and started to read and learn a little bit more, it's just like, if my grandparents wanted to expand their farm, would they receive the financial backing from like USDA or anything else to expand the farm? There's some things that's out there that's happening right now that's not allowing us to grow in the Black farming community like we should. And it starts with the banks.
The Department of Agriculture will start loan forgiveness payments to thousands of minority farmers. It is specifically aimed at Black, Hispanic, and Indigenous farmers to help combat systemic racism.
I thought it was a long time coming. This is something to...
Y'all see how they always try to throw like everything else? Like, why you can't just say for the descendants of slaves that got everything took for them? Why do we always gotta group everything and it has to be everybody that they're doing for? We gotta put an end to this. Like, why am I being in the same category as you're saying Spanish and Asian people that ain't even from here, bro? Like, that makes no sense to me. It's like they playing with our intelligence by even saying that. It's like you making it a way to where all of them funds can go to somebody else except for us. That's the first. That money needs to go to us, in my opinion.
Actually start to take a look at historical wrongs, maybe a step toward reparations.
To me, it was like the first steps. It's like clap, clap. What is going to happen next? Is it just going to be a certain few? Will they really truly cover the United States? Majority of the Black farmers are in the South and the East Coast. Who in Black farming will be supported out towards the West? Because we definitely have some young Black farmers that are here that are doing some great things. I really wanted to know, what would the outreach process be? And not just saying you have to fill out the paperwork.
A federal program created by the Biden administration aimed at reversing a long-standing history of economic discrimination against Black farmers is now on hold.
I wasn't surprised when I read about the court challenge to the policy. There are always going to be people that are going to try to fight for any sort of progressive move toward reparations at all. Yes, there has been the discrimination, quite a lot of it along the way. Possibly ask them, what were some breaks that you thought you got in your life as a farmer? Maybe write through programs with the federal government and then share that a lot of Black farmers didn't get those breaks.
We can't be sitting here each and every day trying to convince them about our humanity. I'm not really trying to be out there educating. We got so many resources. We got so many books. We know the issues. We know the concerns, but nobody want to tackle it. But when we are here and we're in the middle of a pandemic, you see all these Black farmers that are supporting the community, feeding the community from their farms, and they're not receiving too much money.
I think for the Black Farmers Collective, it's definitely becoming clear that land ownership, land access is getting more and more scarce. And so for the Black Farmers Collective...
Black Farmers Collective, we got to go make sure we get on Facebook, support them, make sure we bring them into discussions that we own, because we got to push them.
Leasing a small space to leasing a medium-sized space, we're starting to think about how is it that we can find some land that we can purchase. I think land acquisition, getting...
Hold on. Is he Black? Let me look a little.
Get into the hands of Black folks, guaranteeing it in this ever urbanizing world, guaranteeing the space to grow, I think is probably our big next effort.
This is a young organization that is looking at how we can bring more Black farmer voices together, expand, support, bring resources to the table to work with anybody on any level. If it's somebody who's coming up, giving them the skill sets that they need. If it's somebody who's been in the game and who needs another leg up, how we can provide that resource for them. If it's somebody who's been in the game for the longest, how we can bring awareness and help them expand too. That's what I look at for the organization and what we're doing and what we're striving to do.
Black Farmers Collective. So yeah, we're gonna have to check in with them, y'all. Yeah, put that link in the chat, man. We all about bringing knowledge, awareness. Put that link in the chat, because I'm gonna go contact them directly, because I'm trying to put them a part of what I'm trying to do. Like you saying, we need the growth, we need the farmers, we need the food markets, because I can't really put out a cancellation on people until we got everything that we need and we know how we got our food, we got people who farm, we got people who got the water, we got people who got the the energy. Now we could just start cutting people out and getting people on code. The Black Farmers Collective. That's a program we got to support. I'm going to be supporting. And any other ones that they have, because we need to make sure that That's the only way we're gonna get these corner stores, get them out of trying to sell us this stuff. We need our farmers, our people, and if you ain't, we're gonna start telling in the city if they don't look like you, you don't need to be buying no food from them. We don't know what they, we don't know what's going on. Like we can't just be trusting. Economically, it opens up jobs for us as well. Yeah, it does. It does. We around here trying to ask the Chinese man for a job, and they don't really want to hire. They don't really want to hire us anyway, And then even when you there, listen. Even when you there, it's like you feeling as you next to go. The black farmers recently got one on Joe Biden bumper because all of the money that was supposedly to go directly to black farmers, white farmers protested, blocked it, and they got the money. See, this kind of stuff we got to be talking about. That's the stuff that we got to be talking about. So I'm gonna find a way to put the medicine in the candy. So that could be but we got to make sure we support them. Like I know the government, but I just don't expect the government to even ever do anything for us, bro. I got laundry detergent from black-owned business. Let me go look at the label so I can share. Definitely. I got toothpaste. I went to this little event where it was like, all the little black-owned people in the town, and I got toothpaste now that I buy from that's black-owned made toothpaste, all kind of creams, but it'll be nice to just be like, bro, it's ethnicities that live in communities where they just shop with their own people, bro. Like everything, they don't got nobody trying to exploit them and just sell them something. It's like people care. Like the people that get water treatment systems from me, they know that I care. I let them know that, listen, man, I manufacture this. I put it together. This ain't in a box already pre-made from a whole nother country, I want to make sure that you straight. It's my name, I'm the one behind this. And I feel like my people care about me a lot more than a whole nother ethnicity. No knocks to them, but I just feel like I would trust mine to know that not all of them now, all skin folk and kinfolk. But yeah, man, put that in the chat. That's how I want my videos to be. We need to shout out our solid black businesses, man. Start getting in their pockets, letting them be able to hire people. Y'all shot me out some companies that could do some sponsorship on my channel, some good black companies that we can push, that we can tie into. We gotta, we all we got, man. We gotta start with somewhere, and I like this financial thing. Supporting the Black Farmers Collective. Trying to get our own grocery stores, food stores in the area, and get everybody on code. Oh, just like we see them Indian restaurants and the Asian markets, I went to a lady house, I tested her water and did everything, and she had all her food had a whole nother language on it. All her packaging, and she trying to give it away, and I'm like, hey man, I don't even, it's come from way across the ocean. But yeah, guys, they got food with their own, it's not even in English. So that's letting you know how far behind we is. But I'm gonna put the link in here, man. I want to see what y'all. This was a great one today, man. We got to know about the Black Farmers Collective. Spoke about the H1b visa. I wanted to hear some of y'all on. I'm getting everything together too, cause y'all. I know y'all be like, man, I got some ideas. Calling me. We got like hundreds of missed calls and people reaching out, but it's just tough, man. It's hard to get to all of them people. So definitely, it'll be better if you tap in here we can get everybody on board and hearing it as well, not just me, and we can execute. But yeah, man, on this video, I hope y'all know, look up your local businesses, man, that's trying to, you know, they being overlooked. You know, people don't really want to even deal with them. You know, it's just like a person trying to, you know, get a job in a society. So we got to make sure we look out for our people. And I want to make sure everybody do that when they in their area. So I'm going to be more doing that, looking out in my area, and we need to push everybody to do the same. So anything, man, y'all want to leave about in the chat? Anything we missed out? Anything y'all want to go over before we get up out of here? I should have showed y'all that toothpaste. But yeah, man, I appreciate. I got a mean idea for us during Black History Month. Okay. Yeah, everybody should yeah. I think we should come up with some good stuff for Black History Month. But not even Black History Month, man. Forget that month stuff, bro. We can start stuff now. I'm not going to do this just for 1 month for our people. This needs to be 365 days a year, every day. Just to reiterate, to search for the people because they are out there. And when you find them, spread the word. Exactly. Exactly, bro. Trust me, I know, because I'm out there for people. And when I help my people, man, get water treatment systems, you don't understand how they like. It's some people that I done sold a lady a water treatment system where she don't like to deal with nobody but her people, you know? And I'm running across a lot of that just in water treatment because there's no field of people that are, you know, Black that I've seen that manufacture water treatment equipment. So I am one of them people. I'm telling y'all that if you don't overlook, like I'm on the internet, there's people hit me, but people kind of get quotes from me, you know. But I got a couple guys that always in the field and they make sure that they tell people about my company. But we need to make sure we spread about our companies, our grocery stores, our anything, and making sure people are aware that, you know, this is how everybody is doing. They're shopping with their ethnicity. They're not shopping with us. You know, and if they do canoes, you know, we want to do business for everybody, but it just seems like they don't show us the same support and money that we're giving to all of these, to everybody else. Yeah, we need to show all of, yeah, we need to show them that we support. So I want to support everybody with everybody, a group effort. Like we could just start supporting different, you know what I mean, and helping them expand. Because if we know somebody that got a grocery store in LA and they got one in Minnesota, we could say, okay, listen, we're trying to put one, you know, in these areas too, so we can have a grocery store for our people everywhere. Like we got to get to that because they just need a little help, bro. They asking white banks for money and funding, and they ain't giving it to them. You know, one of my friends tried to put me on this, you know, this company that gives out loans to businesses and stuff, and they on record where they don't like giving Black people funds and money. So it's like we gotta fund our own self. And giving all the money to the immigrants and everybody else. You're gonna like this idea. Call you throughout the week. Definitely, man. Put some money in our people pockets. Get some people jobs. I don't want our people having to be out here asking other ethnicities, can they work for them, bro? That's just something that I don't want ever to have to happen to our people, bro. I don't like that feeling that they gotta be, they feel hopeless. They feel like, nah. He put my grandson laid him across my laptop. What I was saying was understand that we make the trend. So if we get behind the Black-owned businesses, then everyone else will. Exactly, bro. Because they're out there, man. I'm telling you, it's people that can't wait to connect with their people on business. I'm telling you, I felt it before. I got families that just like appreciate me doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, I appreciate Black people that farming. Like, I want to show y'all appreciation, and I want you to be successful with this because we need you. We can't trust these ethnicities and all of these other billion-dollar corporations that they care about us, bro. They don't care about us. They care about our money. That's the only thing they care about. Yeah, but appreciate you, Trev, man, coming up with ideas. And anybody else having ideas, man, we're gonna put it together. But I like that. I like that we can start putting on some of these businesses, man. Definitely. So, man, this was a great show, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed it, man. I hope we, was able to get some things, some ideas. You guys was able to think of some ways we can all unify. Just trying to bring y'all some good content, good ideas, so we can keep it moving. But y'all give me some ideas on what y'all think the next shows or the next topics that we should cover after this in the chat, if y'all don't mind. Like, what some other things that we need to go over. Or you could say, man, keep it going how you going, man. But definitely, y'all look out for we said looking up for the businesses around you in your community and spread the word. That's the least that we could do. But I'm still learning how to use StreamYard. I'll get it together. Yeah, for real, man. You be having some good, it's all good. You be having some good things to say. So we're gonna get it together. We'll have a call-in number soon, man. But y'all we've been getting a lot of texts. Trey been getting a lot of texts, and he sent me a whole bunch of names of people been texting, and I haven't had time to really reach out to them and call them and get everybody's idea. He put on a sheet. I'm sorry, L.A. Hopkins. I'm sorry, L.A. Hopkins. It just seemed like I didn't. But yeah, we got you. I appreciate you. Tapping in with us. But I like everybody ideas. Let's support our local brothers and sisters, family, and let's spread the word. And I will be live tomorrow. We'll go over some more stuff, man. Y'all check me out, and I catch y'all in the next video, man. Peace and love.